Good afternoon, dear Miss Ghana and my classmates. Today I will be presenting on the topic of business-government relations of the case of H&M Company. My name is Yelena and I am doing dual award degree in Human Resource Management in Segi University. My speech will contain company's information, its CSR practices, as well as recommendations. So, H&M is a multinational company owned by the fast fashion group that produces clothes, shoes, and accessories for women, men, and children. The collections of the brand are the result of permanent innovations in the creation of eco-fabrics, processing of materials, and introduction of educational and charitable programs. According to the H&M Group 2020, the brand has more than 4,000 stores worldwide, and the H&M Group also include COS, Weekday, Monkey, Cheap Monday, and other stores and Arcade. CSR activities of the company. CSR practices involves corporations adhering to business ethics and doing socially, environmentally, and economically relevant activities beyond of what is required by law. So first is startup support. H&M Conscious Foundation runs a startup competition to promote environmental friendliness in the fashion sector. To protect the world, people must switch from a make-use-throw approach to a cycle one. Winners of the Global Change Award get funding for development and participation in the acceleration program. Incredible Cotton won first prize in 2020 for designing a technology to grow high-quality cotton in a lab using less water, no land, and no greenhouse gas emissions. All winners got scholarships from the brand ranking and participated in the H&M Conscious Foundation and the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm yearly development program. Second one is organic and recycled fabrics. H&M accepts any brand and condition of clothing at its collecting points in each store. Customers get 15% off new purchases for old garments. Items from H&M stores around the world are directed for sorting and processing to the German company ICO. The broad things are divided into three categories. First category is rewear items, and they go to second-hand stores. The reused category contains with clothes that are no longer could be worn but are useful in daily life as rags for cleaning. And recycle is a third category of textiles. From the items collected under the recycled group, the companies use conscious and conscious exclusive collections. At the moment, in the production of recycled cotton, linen, and wool, H&M can use 20% recycled fabrics without loss of quality. Moving on, third is animal protection. Every year, millions of animals become experimental victims in various aspects of human life. Among them are medical research, military, and space. H&M is one of the companies that prohibits to test manufactured cosmetics products on animals. Also, the production of wool, leather, downs of endangered animals is prohibited. However, the business dictates its own rules, so the brand continues to work with leather of animals that were bred for meat production. Participation in environmental friendly programs. Since 2013, H&M has supported WaterAid, a charity that fights this problem. Thanks to H&M financial support, more than 230,000 people from Bangladesh, Cambodia, India, and Pakistan gained long-term access to clean water and improved their sanitation. Additionally, taking care of the quality of the soil, H&M uses organic cotton that is grown without chemical pesticides and doesn't contain GMOs for its tailoring. However, using organic cotton doesn't solve the problem of water consumption, so H&M, together with the Better Cotton Initiative, develops and promotes advanced cotton growing technology with the least use of water and chemical resources. Now we move on to strategies. So first strategy I would propose is educational opportunities. Many multinational companies provide educational assistance to students around the world with further employment, killing two birds with one stone, namely acquiring qualified personnel and solving the problem of education in the world, enabling young people to acquire knowledge with minimal financial expenditure. Among the companies offering quotas and benefits in education are Apple, Ford, Best Buy, Papa John's, Walmart, Starbucks, and many others. A study by Bright Horizons found that people are more likely to join a company that offers generous educational benefits, and they are more likely to stay within this company. If H&M begins to invest resources in providing education to children and students, it will increase brand awareness, attract talent to the company, and strengthen its reputation. None of the fast fashion brands has yet created a school of fashion and design. This could be a truly revolutionary moment that will bring the brand position in the market. So the second one is ethical responsibilities. H&M has been repeatedly accused of unethical practices. For example, in 2018, H&M published a photo as an advertisement for a children's collection in which a black boy is wearing a sweatshirt with the word "coolest monkey in the jungle." Few weeks after accusation of racism, the brand launched a collection of boys' socks in a set of 5 pairs, and attentive shoppers saw in there an inverted Arabic spelling of the word Allah, and this similarity could be only noticed by turning the socks over. Thus, H&M was accused of cultural appropriation and blasphemy. So, such a company as H&M should be more attentive and responsible in matters of collection release and not allow quick decisions. Segmenting the market should be considered and collections produced according to the norms of a particular nations and countries. And the last one is improving labor policies. H&M does not have an perfect approach and ideal condition for working. In the Fashion Transparency Index, the company received a score of 66% in 2022, which indicates that it has room for improvement. For example, in Bangladesh, work committees are not allowed to negotiate wages. It is also important to note that almost none of the H&M's supply chain are certified to labor standards that ensure worker health and safety, a living wage, or other labor rights. According to Hodal 2018, H&M has been featured in 2 global labor justice reports highlighting gender-based violence, where women in factories in Asia work unpaid and overtime and under extreme pressure. Therefore, the company is advised to ensure a minimum wage throughout the supply chain, since the contribution of all employees is simply immense, given that the company releases 16 collections each year with production times varying from a few weeks to 6 months. And that's all from my side. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to text me by using my number or email. I will be glad to answer any of them. Here is my reference list and some more. Thank you very much. Goodbye.